Hey, what is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV, back again, once again. Travel update, man. Travel update for all of my foreign men. It looks like they have officially approved this green lane thing that you guys have been hearing about over the last month. It looks like after the meeting, they have officially approved it. But let's go through, let's lock in, see if it's worth it to even continue going to the Philippines at this time. So I'm going to read you some information here. I'm going to list it in the link in the description area below. I'm not going to go through all of it, but we're definitely going to touch on some key points to all of my vaccinated foreigners and actually being able to go to the Philippines effective July 1st. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so first things first, shout out to the new love of my life, my future baby mama, Jennifer Terri. Okay? Jennifer's awesome. Baby girl comes through clutch with the information. And for those of you guys who haven't had a chance to catch her content and catch up on a video that she put out, this information or the PDF file that I'm going to provide for you guys, that I'm going to list in a link in the description area below, she was able to provide this to me. Baby girl seems to be getting the information before the news outlets put the shit out and everything. So definitely going to try to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. If I'm a little delayed, my apologies. But yeah, man. So let's go ahead and lock in on this one right here. So this is official documentation from the Republic of the Philippines Interagency Task Force for the Management of the Emerging Infectious Disease, aka the virus. All right, so I'm gonna skip through a lot of this stuff again, guys. If you want to read the nitty gritty, the details, by all means, check it out. That's why I'm listed in the link in the description area below. If you see me here, I'm locked in on my laptop, guys, so I'm going to read a little bit of information to you so that I'm going to read the highlighted important points for you guys. It says, now, therefore, be it resolved as it hereby has been resolved by the IATF, approves the recommendation of the IATF Technical Working Group of the implementation phased green lanes for fully vaccinated individuals. A lot of fancy words. But basically, effective July 1st of 2021, and notwithstanding of the provisions of the omnibus guidelines of the implementation of the community quarantine in the Philippines as amended by the inbound international travel to any port of the Philippines, all individuals that have been vaccinated in the Philippines regardless of travel history and those vaccinated abroad, us 400 men, vaccinated abroad who stayed exclusively in green countries in the past 14 days immediately preceded arrival shall be governed the following guidelines. Basically, if you've been vaccinated and you've been in a green country, which is basically a country that is considered to be low risk, I don't think the United States applies as a low-risk infectious country or something like that, but we'll get into those details in a minute. But if you come from a green country, which by definition is classified by the Department of Health as a low-risk country based on disease incidence rates, the population greater than 100,000, the incidence rates over the past 28 days per 100,000 population. So if you come from an area where the basically the cases have been a little bit on the low side, that would be constituted as a green country. So if you're coming from there or have been in a country considered to be green for the better part of 14 days, 2 weeks, you shall be granted this particular entry into the country effective July 1st. I do not believe that applies to us as foreigners. I don't think the U.S. is considered a green country, but you'll definitely have to do your research on that one, okay? An individual shall be considered as having been fully vaccinated more than or equal to 2 weeks after having received both doses. Got to make sure you have both shots. More than or equal to 2 weeks after receiving a single dose. So they even letting single dose people come in. The vaccines administered to the individuals are included, or they talk about the people that administer the vaccines abroad and all of the above. Fully vaxxed individuals shall carry the following proof. Got to make sure you have your card to show that you've had your shots. That's it. Fully vaccinated in countries and jurisdictions outside of the country must carry official documentation, full vaccination validation through the Philippines Overseas Labor Offices. I think that applies to OFWs. So yeah, you just gotta make sure you have your COVID card. Make sure you show that you've been able to maintain vaccination. Just show you got it. All arriving individuals fully vaccinated in the Philippines, regardless of travel history, and those vaccinated abroad exclusively in the green countries in the past 14 days immediately preceding arrival shall be required. Here's where we get shitty. shall be required to undergo a 7-day facility-based quarantine upon arrival, with the date of the arrival being day 1. So basically, they've just cut the quarantine time in half, guys. So it started out with 14 days mandatory. If you're vaccinated, you are going to be required to do 7 days, wherein the day of your arrival is considered day 1. Okay, and you will be tested on the 5th day. They're going to gather data and all of that shit. But I guess after the 7th day, you should be good to go. Upon completion of the 7-day facility-based quarantine, the BOQ shall issue a quarantine certificate indicating therein the individual's vaccination status. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. It's more official than a whistle, man. The document is in the description area below, guys. It looks like the official Philippines, the Philippines is officially back open. Are you ready to travel, gentlemen? Does this sound good to you? I don't know, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, man. I'm a little bit excited, but on the other hand, I'm still reserved. I'm still falling back. I'm still thinking, okay, is this really the time? Is it really the place? I want you to think about that. I know a lot of guys got family, they got girlfriends, significant others, and people overseas or abroad in the Philippines. You guys have been waiting to see them for a long time. I know, guys, I know. But I want you guys to be ready for this trip. I want it to be 100% legit, more official than a whistle. This green lane thing, it's official, man, and I'm definitely excited for what could potentially be. I'm definitely excited to see what comes through. I'm hoping that everything remains normal and that the cases remain low so that, once everything gets back to the way it needs to be, some sort of new normalcy, things can really start to pick up, man, and tourism can get back to what it once was. So you'll get your quarantine certificate of completion upon your 7 days in the country. So again, guys, unfortunately, you're still required to do a 7-day quarantine. But guess what? It's a step in the right direction, gentlemen. That's the way I see it. We got to take the small victories, man. And I kind of feel like this is kind of a big one. The fact that they're really saying, okay, we can green lane you vaccinated foreigners. It does bring about a sort of excitement, at least in my mind. I'm like, okay, now it seems like the Philippines is open to letting more foreigners come in again, and I'm more so concerned about my people who really, really need it. Like, granted, I got a situation there myself, but I'm more concerned about you guys who need it, like families and, all of my OFWs and, people who have, like, families, like babies that they haven't seen. I know a gentleman who's, reached out to me in some of my comment sections about it. He has a son that hasn't seen his son. I believe is married, or his girlfriend has had a child and he hasn't been able to see his baby. And I think that's killing people inside. So I'm glad that this has come about. If you're vaccinated, do your 7-day quarantine, and I think you should be good to go. That's what this is telling me. Again, do your due diligence, guys. Do your research. I feel like this information is all-encompassing. So you read over it. You get into the nitty-gritty and the details. Make sure that you really, really focus on what they're talking about. Make sure that you are applicable to be able to come into the country, because I don't want you to be shut down at the border. Okay? But as far as I'm reading, a vaccinated foreigner is good to go, man. So guess what? Philippines... Looks like a lot of us are going to be on the way, man. All right? I'm going to play this a little bit safe, man. I hope you guys do as well. But, hey, guess what? Looks like traveling is about to be open a little bit sooner than we thought it was. All right? And, oh, my God. Oh, I forgot. Call me Dr. Mike Nostradamus in this bitch. Because what did Doc say? Oh, y'all about to get this work today. I don't know if y'all going to make it to the end of this video. But what did Doc say? I said the Philippines was going to open up around June or July, summertime of 2021. Who said that shit? Who said that shit? Who been saying that shit since day one? I'd be damned if you take this away from me. I said the country was going to open up June or July. Guess what happened? The country's open. This is technical. If we're on technicalities, guys, the country's open. For my vaccinated foreigners, I said that shit. Doc said June or July 2021. And everybody who heard me say that shit, and everybody who asked me, I've been saying that shit for about 6 months. I've been saying that shit since the early part of this year. So, yo, I actually predicted this shit. Y'all gonna have to start paying me for my services, man. I'm sorry. Fuck that. Y'all gonna have to start paying me for my services, because I've been saying June or July 2021 for how long? For how long? For how long? I'm gonna milk this shit. I'ma milk this shit. You know that, right? You know that, right? Yo, somebody said that somebody go cover me, man. Y'all said if I ever could predict it to be right, you'll never question me again. Y'all take care, man. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out. Enjoy the good news. Enjoy the step in the right direction. Take the information how you want to. Do your own due diligence. Be safe about it, guys. Y'all take care. Doc is out. Peace.